Hello and welcome to Ask Miss Mears, where we answer your most burning questions and solve your most nagging problems. I won't always know the answer, but I'll know someone who will. Living through the pandemic has shown us that more than just a trendy buzzword, self care is essential to our survival. More than just relaxing, it means strengthening our endurance and resiliency as we go through life. It's about setting priorities and boundaries so we can be the best and healthiest versions of ourselves. Our guest today is someone whose journey towards getting healthy, both physically and mentally, with all its ups and downs and the self care lessons we can pick up from it, can only inspire us. The message she wants to spread: it's never too late to start taking care of yourself. Please welcome host, creative consultant, fitness influencer, and Aia Philippines brand ambassador, Mr. Raymond Gutierrez. Hi, Mon.
Hi, Miss Mears.
Miss
It's so
Me.
nice it's so nice to finally be here on your show.
And it's so nice to have you all the way from LA. How's life there? How's the Hollywood dream?
Well, it's getting cold, so every day it's getting colder. So I have to, stock up on my sweaters and my hoodies. But we just had Halloween, so that was fun. And yeah, I'm just taking it easy over here. Some friends are visiting this week, so I'm gonna take care of them, and I'll be home for the holidays. So I'll hopefully see you all
Oh,
soon.
cool. So,
Yeah.
what made you decide to move there and pursue the Hollywood dream?
Well, it's LA has always been my second home, and when I went here in May, I wanted to do like spend the summer here, but when I got here, I was like, you know what, I want to try it out for a few months, test the waters. I have a lot of friends here. I know the city quite well, so it was an easy transition for me to move here. The only thing I didn't think of are the clothes. I didn't bring enough clothes, so I had to have a family member bring some clothes for me.
Right. I do believe that being brave enough to pursue your dreams is a form of self care. What do you think?
Of course. I don't want to live my life with what ifs. So every time I see potential or if I see something that I believe I can do, I really push myself to do it. I set a goal and I do everything I can to reach that goal. So even when I was younger, and that's how I ended up in the same office as you when I
Right.
pursued my publishing career.
Right.
Everyone kind of, yeah, people didn't see that coming, that from being part of a showbiz family, I wanted to pursue a different path and, become an editor and be part of a magazine. So that was one of the things that I did that I felt like, okay, this is out of my comfort zone, but since I want to do it, I want to prove to myself and to others that I can.
Right. And I also didn't see it coming. In fact, when I saw your application, I was stunned because you put in
Yeah.
such a great application and you even shot your dad in the best
Yes.
way. And I was very,
Yeah.
very impressed.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you so much.
self care means prioritizing both your mental and physical health, and everyone has a different journey. Please walk
Mm.
us through the ups and downs of your own health journey, starting from as far as you can remember, from when you were a kid to a teenager.
Yes. Well, I think I've gone through ups and downs in life, and I think self care is taking care of your not only your physical health but also your mental health, and I've kind of conquered both just in the last couple of years.
I know.
Especially with my physical health. I think, it started when I was a kid. At first we were kind of, the chubby kids, and it was cute. It was part of our brand. And we just really enjoyed eating out and eating junk food. And it kind of, everyone thought that it was going to go away in our teens. And it did for quite a bit. But when I reached my late teens and my early 20s, that's when it kind of spiraled out of control because, I was going through a lot mentally. At that time, I had a lot of questions about my sexuality. I didn't really know who I was. And that led to the unhealthy eating habits. I kind of turned to food for comfort. And, I kind of had very unhealthy habits that I would turn to. I didn't prioritize my health. I didn't work out. I didn't have any sports. So for the most of my 20s, I was really living a very unhealthy lifestyle. I discovered nightlife. I started going out a lot. And, I kind of put my health as a non-priority. My priority was work, making friends, having fun. And, I realized later on in life that I have so much more to give. I have so much more to offer. And being unhealthy was hindering me from conquering my dreams. So I really turned to fitness, and that kind of changed everything for me.
Right. What was the turning point in your 180-degree turnaround? At what point during your so-called destructive phase did you
Mhm.
realize this has got to stop? I have to change.
There were a lot of moments, but I think it was one year that I was like walking up the stairs and I couldn't even finish the stairs without heavily
Wow.
breathing. And
Right.
my friends would go to the beach and I would be so embarrassed and I would kind of hate myself because I was so insecure of my body. And also, like, I just felt like I wanted to give so much more. And, being unhealthy was hindering me from doing all of that, traveling, doing so many other activities, hiking, trying out new sports. I just felt like I wasn't living my life to the fullest. So it happened actually December of 2016, and it was the
Oh,
holidays. So I chose the holidays to like start
wow.
dieting, start on my
Good time.
fitness. It was more difficult. And because I was turning a year older, my birthday's in January. So I really wanted to prove to myself that I could do it, because I was getting sick of saying to myself, this is the year you're going to get fit. This is the year you're going to lose weight. And I kept repeating it every year and I didn't do anything about it. So it was just about putting my foot down, making a commitment, being dedicated, and really setting goals for myself. And I was lucky that I was surrounded by a lot of friends who are also into fitness. So they really guided me also into the beginning of that journey. And it was a complete lifestyle change because it wasn't just the workout. I had
Right.
to change the way I ate, the way I took care of myself, my sleeping patterns. There were so many things that just fell in the right place and in the right equation. But it all starts with you. No matter if you have a gym membership, if you're not going to go, it's useless.
Right.
If you have all if you grocery and you buy all the healthy food but you don't eat it and you eat out, it's going to be useless. It's really up to you to take time out to really dedicate and really take care of yourself.
Right. But more than the impressive physical transformation, there was a mental transformation going on as
Mhm.
well. Tell us
Yeah,
about how you addressed all your mental issues and
yeah,
anxieties, the depression that came
mhm,
from um, maybe your childhood
yeah,
uh, self finding.
yeah. Well, there was a lot. I have so many issues. um, no, honestly, it all goes hand in hand. And even when I lost all the weight, people would really tell me like it's not just your physical. You
Right.
feel lighter. There's a more positive aura.
Right.
Um, yeah, so people would tell me that, and I felt just happier. There was an inner peace, and also I think coming to terms with my sexuality.
Right.
I think that also helped a lot because that was triggering. I couldn't really be myself. I couldn't. I felt like I was
Sure.
hiding something, and I felt unhappy. So the moment that I really owned who I was and really accepted who I was, all of that kind of shattered. And I felt like a different person. I felt like a new person, and it just so happened that it came hand in hand, the physical and the mental. Once you start one, I think the other one will follow.
Right. They really go hand in hand. It has to be like a total approach. So
Yeah,
now that you have a healthy lifestyle and with the pandemic looming over our existence,
yeah,
how have you made sure to be as healthy as you can be? I mean, even we've seen the healthiest and the fittest of people get infected with COVID. How has the pandemic
yeah.
forced you to really take charge of your health?
I'm so lucky that none of me and my family have had it. So I'm very, very
Right.
thankful for that. Well, during the peak of lockdown, it was all the necessary precautions. We really took it seriously. We weren't allowed to visit our family home. My mom would have someone testing outside of her house if ever we wanted to go to her house. But I think it also put everything into perspective. I really felt like before the pandemic, I was go, go, go. Where am I traveling to next? What's my next project? I was kind of always, trying to conquer new things. And the pandemic really allowed me to slow things down, think about my priorities, think about the future, think about what's really important. And it's really our health and our family. So it's not anymore the material things. It's not anymore what city am I going to discover next. It was more looking inward rather than outward. And I think that was the positive effect of the pandemic for me. But again, just taking the necessary precautions in terms of our health. Until now, even here in LA, it seems quite normal, but everyone's still
Right.
wearing a mask. Everyone is still vaccinated. So it's not that easy yet, but it's not normal yet. But it's also not as extreme as it is in Asia.
Right. That's why when people say self-care is selfish, not really, because the pandemic has taught us that if we take care of our health, we are concerned about the health of the people around us.
Exactly.
Right.
Actually, you made such a great point because even when I was in Manila, I live alone. So me taking
Right.
this necessary steps wasn't just for me. It was about when I visit my parents, they're older, or my siblings have kids. So you
Right.
taking care of yourself, it's not just about you, but it's the people around you.
Right. So now we are going to learn from your experience, and you have given us some of your tips so that we can be like you.
Yeah.
So let's jump right into the 5 ways that you prioritize your physical and mental health. Your tip number 1 is, you want to read it?
Yes. Yeah, I commit to both my physical and mental health. And I think I kind of covered this during our discussion. But yeah, I think both go hand in hand. You can't just be physically fit without mentally fit because I feel like one goes with the other. So it's about living a balanced life, making sure that you have consistent workouts, even just going out in nature, going out on a walk, having a balanced diet. I've also started to meditate this year. So I think that really clears my head and clears my mind in the morning. So just having those healthy habits every day can really make a big change.
Do you have any tips about, like, we all know we need to be physically and mentally healthy, but to commit
Mhm.
to it entails what? How do you integrate habits so you make sure that you accomplish them?
With me, I really have a schedule. So in the morning, as soon as I wake up, I shower. So I wake up fully. I get dressed. I put on my workout clothes. So whether it's going to the gym or going for a walk or going for a hike, calling up a friend and saying, "Hey, let's go for a spinning class." I always need my morning to have some sort of physical activity before I have my breakfast. So even in Manila, that's really what I do. I really have a set schedule. So at least it's automatic and your body will get used to it.
Right. And for people who are stuck at home with nowhere to go, how do you build in that routine? I mean, you
That's
just
that's
do
what
it as if you're going somewhere.
yeah, I really struggled also, especially during the peak of the pandemic when we weren't allowed to go anywhere. But I really made a point where, the internet has everything you need in it. So just go on YouTube, find an exercise that is doable for you that you can do in your living room. And I actually had some classes also for AIA and for other
Right.
my businesses that we were doing workouts at home and it was fun. Yeah, so you can even do Zoom workouts with your friends.
Right. And I heard
Yeah,
that you got into a car accident and now you can't work out. So what are
I
you doing
know.
about that? I
Well,
would
yeah, I
be
was.
worried.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was part of a car accident back in October, and my doctor told me that I couldn't work out. So not even to like walk a lot. So I really had to take a pause and really had to focus and shift more on my diet to make sure that I don't overeat or I'm still burning. And just actually today, I got the clearance that I'm allowed to start brisk walking again. So I've been doing that in the morning. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Number 2.
I am not afraid to set boundaries. I
What
think
is
this
it?
is a very important learning. And as you grow older, you'll realize the importance of setting boundaries with people. And now I've learned to really say no. I actually enjoy saying no now. um, whereas before, you get invited to things and you say yes to everything, and it's so easy. Like, hey, mom, let's go drinking, let's go party. Okay, let's do it. And I feel like now you really have to set boundaries and really look out for yourself. What is best for you? What is best for your mental and physical health? And if it doesn't fall into any of the categories of your goals, then you can say no. So I think
Right.
setting boundaries is very important.
Filipino culture also lends itself to like people pleasing, right? Like,
Exactly.
nako, nakakahiya if we say no, or
Yeah.
what will they think? How have you hurdled these cultural issues?
I think for me, you're right, because growing up in show business, we have to
Diba?
be nice to everybody, and you have to attend all of these gatherings and events. But I think now I think people are more understanding. Also, I think after the pandemic, people are also like, look, if you want to take time for yourself, we've all gone through this experience the same. We've all gone through the same hardships. And I think now people are more understanding. And if you say no, I actually appreciate that more than saying yes and then not wanting to be there.
Right. What about mental health boundaries? I'm sure having grown up in a showbiz and fashion environment, you're also a social media star, so you're prone to
Yeah.
bashing and criticism. And your last controversial move where you declared yourself to be gay
Mm.
also elicited a lot of like angry
Yeah.
hate comments, bashing. So how do you set your boundaries when it comes to mental health to
So
preserve it?
there are days where I do give myself a social media detox.
Right.
I think that's very important also because I was actually lucky because when I was growing up in show business, we didn't have Instagram. So
Right.
I was a fully grown adult when Instagram happened.
Right.
I really had a force field already with the haters. I grew up in a family full of actors and actresses, so we already know what it's like to be judged and criticized. And my family and I, we've kind of grown a force field around that. So I kind of apply the same thing with social media. And the block button is there. So if you have any haters, just block them. Don't because it's really not worth it. So your boundary should be do not answer.
Right. And number three.
I live my truth. And I think we've touched on this as well, where, I think now I really live my most authentic self. And that's really the best form of self care for me is, not faking it, being who you are, being proud of who you are, being open to your family and friends. And I think that really shows. And I've made some genuine connections, even through my friendships. I think we've all matured together because we're all authentic to each other. And I think that's really, really important.
What was difficult about crossing the threshold from pretending or hiding or not coming out? I think you
Mm.
clarified that you just didn't go public with it.
Yeah.
What did it take to uh, cross that threshold to totally living your truth in the public eye?
Well, I think, the pandemic also made me realize a lot of things. And I was going through a lot in my 20s when I was still like questioning myself and like, what is this? And where am I? I was scared to even just say the word gay because people were going to judge me. Um, I think I wanted to go public with it because there were followers of mine that were going through the same things. Not only were you alone because of the pandemic, but you also feel alone because you're in the closet. And if my story can inspire someone to live their truth, then I've used my platform the best way I can. I think that's really how I really wanted to use my Instagram and my platform. And after I posted that this year, it was overwhelming, the reaction of people in my DMs saying, "You've given me strength. Because of you, I'm considering coming out to my family. Because of your story, I now live my truth." And it was really, really touching and really, really overwhelming. So I think that's really the best way that I can inspire others is by going public with it. Because before, I was out to all my friends and my family, and everyone knew, but I would still get questions like, "Are you not proud of yourself? Like, why are you not talking about your
Right.
sexuality?" Like, people were kind of still walking on eggshells and didn't know how to approach that. So I didn't want it to come off that I was not proud because I was.
Right. And I'm sure it's so much easier now. You can just speak freely, not have
Yeah,
to
exactly, exactly. And
think
people are like,
twice.
"Oh, we can invite you to Pride." I'm like, "Yeah, you guys can invite me to Pride. You just never invited me."
I'm sure you can rock pride. So which leads us to number 4.
Yeah, so I surround myself with a loving support system. I think I'm very lucky that I do have a very loving family and friends that really supported me throughout my fitness and mental journey and my coming out story. And I think that's really important. Value the people who are there for you when you need them the most. People that you can run to for advice, people that you can run to when you need something. I think that's a very, very important factor also in self-care is having the right support system. You know, sometimes we tend to do things alone and we think we can do everything alone, but it's so important to have that support from really the closest people, whether that's your friends or your family.
And sometimes we're afraid to ask for help, right?
Yeah. So, you know, that was me for a long time. I was like, I can do this. Like I've done so many things in my life. I can do this. But it's so important when you seek advice from someone to even just listen to you. You know, sometimes they
Right.
don't even need to say anything. Just listening to you, and just being there for you is so important.
Right. So number 5, I'm intrigued by number 5 because it says here you have a partner. You have a partner?
I don't have a partner, but I do have AIA in my life, and I think you know, not just as an ambassador, but being part of AIA for the past several years now, I think it's really important to have that peace of mind, whether you want to get protected, whether it's your family member, whether it's you, and it's also for your future, right? So it's very important for me to be a part of AIA, and I'm so blessed to be a part of their family. Yeah, so thank you, AIA, for making me a part of your family, and I hope that we have a long partnership moving
And I
forward.
think somebody's coming in to help you explain.
Yes,
Uh,
we have Aia Philippines Head of Health and Wellness, Miss Katz Kahukom. Hey, Katz.
Hi.
Hi, Mon. Hi, Mears.
See
It's such a
Hi.
you.
pleasure to it's such a pleasure to share the stage with both of you. It's so nice to see you again, Mon.
I know. I wish this could be in real life. Hopefully next year we can do this in real life.
Yeah. So Mon has been part of the AIA Philippines family for a couple of years now, and really his transformation story has been truly inspiring. Thus, we have continuously referred to his life journey to help us evolve and consistently innovate our product solutions and services. So, Mon and Mirrors, recently, we have actually introduced our total health solution. So, sobrang recent lang nito, where we aim to help more Filipinos live better. So you're very familiar with that tagline, Mon, live better,
Yeah.
really supported by AIA Vitality. And then we have protect better and get better. Right now, it is operationalized by what we call PPDTR, or what we refer to as predict, prevent, protect, diagnose, treat, and recover pillars. So with Live Better, we have AIA Vitality Mon. So this covers
Mm.
prevent and predict pillars of the spectrum. 6 years ago, Mears, we have become the thought leader in the health and wellness space with AIA Vitality, which is a game changing wellness program. And this rewards our members for the healthy choices they make every day. So, earlier Mon was talking about we really need some support system and really a
Yeah.
tool that will encourage positive behavior change. And really, AIA Vitality is that, because we actively help our customers live healthier, longer, and better lives to prevent those risks associated with non communicable diseases. So, in this program, we actually inspire our members to work out, do online assessments too, to understand the state of their health, and eat healthy as well. So recently, Mon and Mirs, we have introduced an AI food tracker in the application, wherein,
Wow.
Filipinos love to take photos of their food, right? So
Yeah,
we have introduced that, and you know how people love to do Instagram photos before
of
even eating their
course.
food. So you take a photo of the food, and what's good about it is that the application gets to rate if your food is healthy or not. So it
Oh my
really,
goodness. Just by
yeah.
the
So it
photo.
yeah, just by
Wow.
just by your phone and the application. So I'm sure both of you have also been vaccinated. So we also encourage our members to get vaccinated because they get points from doing the vaccination. So it's really prioritizing self-care, but also enjoying rewards of healthy living with your family members as well. So aside from discounts from partners, of course, the most compelling program feature that we have would be the financial proposition of either an upfront premium discount or an additional coverage or loyalty boost that either increases or decreases depending on the member's engagement in the program. And with Protect Better naman, definitely we have, of course, our product solutions that's integrated with AIA Vitality so that we protect you when the unexpected happens. And lastly, with Get Better, this fulfills the diagnose, treat, and recover pillars under Total Health Solution. So we have an existing partnership with Avega for our health products. You love to travel, Mon, right? So, and
Yes.
I'm sure Beers, you also love to travel. So we right now we have a pilot solution which is still being offered to companies, but we're looking into offering it to individual customers. We have what we call a regional passport,
Mhm.
and this will allow cross border cashless access to treatment, connecting our customers to select healthcare hubs in Southeast Asia. So we have partner hospitals in markets where we operate, like Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, and soon we will also introduce Hong Kong-based hospitals. And
Nice.
recently we have also partnered with Easy Consult, which is a virtual health platform by Zuilig Pharma, and it's the country's leading pharmaceutical company, wherein we now offer telemedicine or virtual clinic. So our customers will be able to get a free consultation on a calendar year, and then preferential rates will apply for succeeding consultations. We also have medicine delivery now, as well as ordering. Yeah, so it's very easy from partner pharmacies where our members will also enjoy preferential rates. So it can apply to over the counter and prescription medicine and can be accessed anytime. We also have preferential rates for laboratory and diagnostic tests. And then, if you have symptoms that you actually feel within your body, you can just also go to our platform, which is My AIA, and you can get an initial diagnosis there. But of course, this does not replace your doctor's diagnosis. And lastly, of course, how we do it with AIA Vitality, we will also offer very soon discounted rates for other vaccinations and COVID testing. So, needless to say, COVID has truly re-emphasized the importance of health and wellness and what
Yeah.
self-care is all about for us.
Mm.
And we're here to be that supporting family for our customers. We want to be their partner in every stage of their life journey. And our promise remains, we'll continue to personalize our offers and bring world-class relevant innovations so that they can live healthy every day. So
Yes.
that's it.
Wow.
A lot of good news from us, Mon
So
and
much good
Mears.
news. And grabe how you guys
Yeah,
have innovated from just when I first started, it was just vitality. And then now there's so
yeah,
many things that the app offers and you guys offering. So everything, even to COVID tests. So that's amazing. That's so good to hear.
yeah. So
There's no more
yeah, it's been
healthy.
yeah. So yeah, you're correct, Mon. So from AIA Vitality, we have really evolved to include other
Mhm.
health solutions so that wala na kayong hahanaping iba from, prediction
Right.
prevention until when you're diagnosed, of course, and then
Yeah.
until you're treated, and then of course your journey towards recovery.
My favorite still is vitality because it's so easy and it rewards you for eating healthy, working out, getting proper
Yeah.
sleep. Like it's really, really the best. It's the best product.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you
Thank you.
advised for like eating unhealthy? Like if I post a picture of like bad food.
You go like,
No, no naman. Of course, they just don't get points for it. And then the application actually recommends how you can change that behavior and eat healthy. So,
Right.
because of course the goal is you change also your eating habits. It's not really just physical activities, but also, of course, proper nutrition.
Mhm.
So is the total health solution available to the general public or just for the policyholders?
So it's available for all the existing in-force customers of AIA Philippines as well as BPI AIA.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Well, thank you so
there.
much, Cats.
Thank you. Thank you also, Mon and Mears. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
I miss my AIA family.
Yeah. Thank you. We miss you too and hope to see you soon.
So, Mon, do you have any parting words for your followers and for the general public about the importance of self-care and why we really must find a way to
Yeah,
prioritize?
I think now more than ever, I think it really woke everyone up to the importance of self-care, not just physically, but mentally. I think this pandemic, did a lot of negative things, but the positive thing that came out of it was we all started taking care of ourselves better. We really looked not only outward, but inward, focusing on what's really important, which is our mental and physical health. So to everyone out there, I hope you guys learned a thing or two today in our discussion. And obviously, like follow me on Instagram, and hopefully you guys can share some tips or how you guys have improved your physical and mental health with me as well. And I'd love to share that with my followers. So thank you again, Mears, for having me. Thank you to my AIA family. And thank you for watching, everybody.
Thank you. I'm just going to flash vital information so that people watching can know more.
Oh, for sure.
So, right. Would you like to read that so that?
Yeah, so know more about AIA Philippines and how they can be your partner to having a healthier, longer, better life, and sign up at the link that you see on your screen. Or for more information, you guys can visit aia.com.ph, or you can also email the customer service that you see on your screens or call the number. And of course, you can follow them on all the social media platforms for the latest news and products like what we discussed today. So hopefully I'll see you guys there.
Thank you so much, Mon. Thank you for inspiring us to be healthy and like really taking charge. And your health journey is one really inspiring example of how we can all do it. Thank you
so much. It doesn't end here. This is just the beginning. We're all gonna continue to live healthier. So thank you so much, Mears.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. This has been Ask Ms. Mears, and I'll see you very soon.